Hello, I'm Shaji. Welcome back to Android tutorial part 2. In the previous video we have seen one application. We developed one application in that the Hello World conventional application, the very first application. We just did just with the help of Eclipse and the Android SDK to display string on a label, and it was just created with the help of a wizard. We haven't done nothing, but we had a walkthrough through the application how to develop an Android application. And in this video, the second video, let us try something more. So I'm going to create another application, and this is the same wizard. Here we can give the project name. So let me give click as the name of the project, and next I'm going to run this application in Android 2.1. That is a release version available with me. And application name, you can give an application name, otherwise you can leave the name click itself. And we have to create an activity. Activity is the activity on the Android system, so the one which is running in this place, the window, the view which is called activity, and the name for the activity. And of course we need a package here, so I'm going to give a package com.shaji, and minimum SDK required to run this application is I haven't, yeah, it is 2.1. and next, okay, I'm selecting minimum SDK 7.1. so I'm selecting minimum SDK as the least version because it can work on the higher version too. So click is the application name, click activity is the activities name, and com.shaji is my package name, and finish. And this is our click package with its folders and files, and we have our source file here, click activity. It's loading. Yeah, this is the one. This is our package. This is our activity, which is extended from the activity of android.app. So that is a package in the Android application, and on create function to create the view r.layout.main. That's our layout, the activity which is going to be viewed. That's in the layout main. Okay, let us see. Okay, initially before that the super class on create is called from the super class. That's a super object on create. Then we are using our own class, that click activity class, and we are showing our layout. And let us see where is the layout. Layout is in this layout menu and is defined in main.xml. is loading. Yeah, this is the main.xml. This is the layout. Okay, there is a default text. I am going to delete it. Now it's clear. And this is the XML definition for the same file, XML version, and all the basic details: layout, height, width, orientation, vertical, horizontal, whatever. And this is the XML version. This is a empty XML file with a layout description of the Android widget. Okay, here in this layout I'm going to fix some tools. The very first one, I'm going to fix a text view here and one button. Okay, here in this layout we have one text view and a button. So let me see the XML view. Here text view and a button, both the components are there. Okay, let it be there. And In the values folder, I am going to open another XML file, which is string.html. Here we can define some strings for our use. So I am going to define a string called click. The name is click, and I am going to give a value click, and one more string. For the string, I am going to give the value LBL is for label, and the value is old text, and one more string. In that string, I am going to give name on click, and the value on click. Okay, all the strings defined. There are 3 strings defined. One is click, name is click, value as well as click, and the second string is LBL, and the value is all text, and there's another on click, name and value both on click. Let me save it, Control S. I'm going back to XML view. Okay, all the XML details are defined. Click, name LBL, all text, on click. All these things are strings which we have defined all these strings. Okay, let us go back to the main. That's the layout. In the layout, we have the text view. Let me see the properties of the text view. There is an ID property, ID/text view, and that's the name of the widget or object in the layout. And the text displayed, the present text displayed is text view. I am going to change it. I am going to select another one, that is LBL. So now the button, the properties of the button, the ID for the button is button1, and the text is button, which I am going to change to click. Text is click, and while clicking the button, on click, this is an event on click. On click, I am going to assign the string on click. Okay, add string on click. So all the values are defined. So let me save it. So I suppose the layout designing part is over here. What is the string for the click activities name? Okay, it's on click. I just copied it, and let us go back to the click activity. So it's a click activity .java, and here we have a class, click activity class, and on create. Here on create is the default, and it is inherited from the activity, so it is overriding, but it's calling the super method too. And after that, I'm going to define one more method, public void on click. That's the name of the method, on click. And So the arguments are view, and let me create an object v. So this is a method, and in this method I can an object for text view, that is a label object, text view t equal to text view so it's a typecasting from the resource item into the text view object. So typecasting, and how to find it? We can find by find view by ID. Okay, we have the IDs defined there, but the IDs are defined in the R. So R dot ID dot, we have the values. Okay, let us choose the value for text view 1. Yeah, that's a label component for us, and that is selected. And we have a text object now, text view object now. So t dot set text, character sequence of text. Okay, so here we can give any string, and what to give? Okay, new text. Okay, previously there was an all text, and now we can give a new text. So I suppose we have finished everything. Here we have defined some strings for our application, and here our main layout. We have the components here, the values are given, and this is the Java activity. We have done the programming here. We have created one method and defined one text view and set some value. When we click on the button, the text in the text view or the label component should change. That's our idea. So let me save the project, Control S, and run it. Run it in on Android application, and it's running. Application control putting out force clause. Yeah, this is our program now. Now we have all text displayed here in this text view component, and we have the button here, click. So when the button is clicked, the old text became new text. So in this application, it's very small and simple. In this, what we have done is just change the text component of a new component of a text view into another text using a click event from a click event generated from a button. So this is very simple one. If you want to do some more modifications, we can do. Let me declare one integer variable count cnd. On create, let me initialize cnd equal to 0. So when you click it, cnd equal to cnd. Okay, I'm going to give a value minus 1, and cnd equal to cnd into minus 1. So first it will be 1, again multiplied. Okay, less plus and minus. Okay, I can go for a comparison here. If CNT greater than 0, then this value, else some other value, T dot setText okay, let it be null. Okay, let us run this program. So let us take the emulator. It's refreshing. Yeah, now the old text is there. Clicking, it disappeared. Once again click, new text. Yeah, it's toggling. Each and every time we click, one time it will disappear and it will appear. So the ordinary programming logic, the general programming logic we have used in this one. So initial value will be 1, and once when it enter here, then we will multiply with the -1. So that time it will be less than 0. So this part of code will be executed. Again, when it is coming here, -1 into -1, that is going to be +1. So it is going to be greater than 0. So it happens. The switching from 0 to 1 for the count value, so that we can make it appear and disappear. Okay, this is a simple program, but in this program we have learned how to use a text view component to set some value, and how to use a button for using some activity, button for issuing some event in an activity. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching me. Bye. Hello, this is Shaji. Welcome to Android tutorials. Let us begin Android programming without having any theory behind it. So usually we will start everything with the theory foundations, but let us try without having any theory background how to do an Android programming. But of course I believe that you know Java programming a bit. So this is Eclipse IDE. This Eclipse IDE is used to develop Java applications. So here in this system I have installed Android in it, and I have installed the plugins for the Android too. So to start a new Android project, I have to start a new project here, wizard to create a new Android project. So I'm going to click on this icon marked A. So this wizard will help me to create an Android application. So it's asking for a project name. Okay, let me give my name Shaji as the project name. So about the icon, so let it be the default icon, because I don't have any icon with me to put. So this is the Android's icon. Let it be the icon for my project too. Click next. It is asking for the version of the SDK, whether I want to go with Android 2.1 or 4.0. These two versions of Android's SDKs are installed in my system. So I'm going for the lowest one, that is 2.1 in my system. Next, now it's asking for an application name for an application. So the project name was given as Shaji, and it is giving application name as the same. It's not necessary to give the same, we can give any name for that one. So I'm going to give first, and is asking for a package name. I'm going to give home.shaji as the package name, and it is going to create an activity. The activity's name, it is given as default Shaji activity, but if you want you can change it, let it be default. And it is asking for a minimum SDK. What is the minimum SDK required to run this program? So 2.1, that means 2.1 or above, all the SDKs above 2.1 will support, and finish. Now the Eclipse and Android SDKs together created a project Shaji here, and there are so many folders. One such folder is source src, in that com.shaji, and there is an activity called Shaji activity is created. Yeah, this is let me close the help so that we'll get more space to see the program. So this is the default code generated. So package, this is a usual way of Java programming, package com.shaji, and under that the import files are given, Android app.activity, because this class Shaji activity, that is the main activity. Activity is something like a window which is going to work on the system, Android system, and Android OS.bundle, and this maps to various string values, whatever. So this import is also necessary for us, just be aware about that. So this is import default. So we are using many strings in this program. Those string values are in the bundle of OS bundle, and this is a class Shaji activity, public class. It is extended from a class activity. This is android.app.activity. So all the activities in the Android, it will be extended. It should be extended from the activity class. So if you want to know more details, all the details are given here. What is activity and its life cycle, activity status, on create, what should do, on start, on restart, on resume while running activity, on pause, on stop, on destroy, activity shutdown. So these are all this is a chart about the life cycle of an activity. So I suppose you can create these maps similar to the applet code in a Java program. Applet also have a life cycle, and we used to have a flow chart, the start, run, stop, destroy and all. So on start, on resume, on pause, on stop, on destroy. So whatever things to be done, those things can be given. On create, you have definition of each and everything given here. So this IDE gives all the support for us to develop an Android application. The IDE we have chosen is Eclipse. I suppose Eclipse is the popular IDE used for developing Android applications. On create, bundle, saved instance state. Saved instance state is an object of bundle. So what to do on create? So on create, we are calling the superclass of the activity, set content view r.layoutMain. Let us start from this one, r.layoutMain. Then what is r? So that we have to find what is r. Yeah, in the generated Java files folder, there is a com.shaji, and in that you can see one r.java. See, here we have some values declared. It's a class, r is a class, and some attributes, drawables, layout, string. There are two strings at present. One string is app name and another one is hello. Okay, this is so called R dot layout dot main. Okay, let us explore the project more in detail. And the package details are here. Android.jar, that is a file which is used to imported into our project. And there is a binary folder. Of course there is an asset folder, but there is no assets here. There is a binary folder and resource is under that, and one resource folder there. So many things are there, but there is a folder called values string.xml. Yeah, this is string.xml. In that we have hello string, app name string, two string values. We have seen this hello and app name somewhere. I suppose it's in R. Yeah, it is here. App name hello. So these two things are two string variables, and this Java R Java gives some unique identification for those strings. And this string.xml, there is a resource view and a string view in HTML. So ultimately this is defined in XML. This is an XML file. It is coded in XML version 1.0, and see string name hello, and this is the string hello world activity Shaji string, and the second one app name first string. These are all the two strings defined in the string.xml file, and it is related with r.java, and again that is linked to set content view r.layout.main. So R is a resource file, and which is connected with our activity, which is going to be run on the top of the screen. And let us check the further details. There is a layout. The name is main.xml. So this is main.xml. We have a window here. There is a title that is first, and hello world Shaji activity. Let us see what is it. Let us go and see the properties of it. First, the activity. In the activity, the layout is linear layout, and rest of the properties are described here. All the properties for this activity. Similarly, hello world is hello world Shaji activity. This is another component placed on the activity, that is small text. The name of the component is small text, and let us explore the rest of the details. And the text is linked with hello, string.hello, string XML, and in the string view you can see hello world Shaji activity and an exclamation mark. Yeah, that's what displayed here. So the string hello is having this content, and that content is being displayed here. So add string / hello, that is the text on this small text. The name of the component is small text, the type is small text, and that's it. That is the component here. Okay, let me reduce the property window size a bit, and there is a palette, and in the palette you can see in the form widgets tab you can see text, small text. Of course, this item is of small text. Yeah, this is the one, small text, text view, large text, medium text, button, toggle button. That means on off button. Once if you press, it will be on. The second time it will off, and again on off. That is toggle button. And a checkbox, a single radio button, checked text view. The text itself can be checked. And this is a spinner, progress bar, large, normal, small. This is a progress bar, horizontal. This is a seek bar. This is quick content badge, and this is radio button group. This is rating bar. These are all the standard, but that standard objects, GUI objects in the form widgets. Similarly, we have text layout in which we have different plain text, person name, password, email ID, phone, address, postal address, multi-line text, and so many other components including date, autocomplete, multi-autocomplete, everything. And this is about the layout, how you want to lay out the different components. We have different layouts: linear layout, horizontal and vertical, relative layout, frame layout, and different layouts, table layout of course. And there are many tools including media and images, date and time. Okay, these are different tools available in the palettes. So these GUI components we can put it into our Android application and we can work on it. So in our program, the program which we want to work on is Shaji activity, or the activity class, activity.java, which is extended from the Java class, and we have done nothing. Even then, let us run it. So while clicking run, it is asking what type of application, whether it is a Java application, Java applet, because this Eclipse is ready to run Java application, even Android application. So I selected Android application and click OK. And it's taking time, it will take time. So this program is running on a system, but actually the program is supposed to run on a Android application. So how to see the output? The option is we have an emulator, Android emulator. This is the one. This is just loading, not yet finished, and we can see the steps done here. New emulator found, and this is the emulator waiting for the emulator to load and getting launched. Okay, this is the emulator, and when we run a program, we can see our program here in this emulator, running in this emulator. Now it's Android. We started animating Android. Wait, it will take time. Some more messages came. Uploading Shaji.apk, that's our project, into the device emulator 5554. That's the number of our name of our emulator. Installing Shaji.apk. Still installing. Starting activity on the device emulator. Yeah, it's almost ready. Let me go to application Android keyboard process.com is not responding. First close. Yeah, it's ready. This is our application. Hello world. Shaji activity that is got displayed. Nothing special. We got a text string on the screen. Anyhow, this is a kind of hello world application. Usually we used to do this as the first in our in all our programming. Hello world. How we did? We did nothing. So we created an Android project, and the text string was there in the string.html hello world activity. Let me change the string hello world. This is my first Android program. Let me save it, run it. Hello world, this is my first Android program. Yeah, I hope this is okay for the first time. So actually what we have to do is we should have Android installed in our system, that you can go to Google and the Android website, and the steps are when we have to download Android application into our project using Android SDK installer. So installer will manage which version of the Android SDK you need to install. That's up to you. There are many versions available, and I have installed two versions, 4 and 2.1. So if you have time, you can install all the versions, and you have to install plugin to the Eclipse, so that the Eclipse also will understand what Android is, so that you can have that plugin into your Android, so that you can create new projects, run the Android projects from your Eclipse itself. And this is the emulator. When you install the SDK, the emulator will be ready, so you can try the first program. Thank you for watching this video. Expect more videos from me for doing some activities in Android. Okay, thank you for watching my video, and have a nice day. Bye.